Hi guys, so this week we took the Big 5 personality test and the Dark Triad test. So for the Big 5 test, my results were pretty accurate. I agreed with it kind of a lot, I would say. So I got 39% extroversion, and I think this is a little more accurate than the Myers-Briggs test we took. They gave me a fairly high score, and I feel that I'm more introverted, so by getting a lower on this one, I feel like it was better. People who score low on this are more reserved, quiet, and low-key. Introverts tend to need more alone time to feel at ease, and I agree 100%. I think I'm chill, and I don't really go out of my way to talk to people. Sometimes it's taken the wrong way, but it's honestly not intentional. I either just don't know what to say or I'm nervous, and so I kind of just keep my distance. I definitely like my alone time, and honestly, I feel like I need it or I get a little overwhelmed. I like being alone just to have my thoughts put together and just to be still and kind of just take a breath for a second. I scored 63% in agreeableness. High scores take genuine interest in others and are mild, kind, and considerate. They are naturally compassionate and thoughtful and have a tendency to seek cooperation over competition. I think this is true. I do care about others and their feelings. I try to be cautious of my actions and how others would perceive them so that no one gets hurt. What I don't agree with kind of is the seeking competition over cooperation. Cooperation over competition. I like harmony and everyone working together, but I'm super competitive and I do get a little cutthroat and I have the desire to be one of the best. So if it means having a little chaos or someone not getting their way, of course, nothing's super bad, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I scored 67% for conscientiousness, which means I am highly organized and like planning and control. They have a tendency to steer clear of danger and risk. I think this is accurate. As I've mentioned before in other videos, I like to have control and I have my planner and just know what I'm getting into. I am able to go with the flow, but I'm definitely a little more on edge than I would be if I knew what I was getting into or knew what was going on. I do stay away from danger. I'm not naturally the thrill-seeking type, but my friends are, and I feel like that's kind of how we even began to become friends, was because we were opposites in that area, and they kind of, I keep them calm and relaxed, and they get me a little wild, so it kind of all works out that way. I scored 33% openness. The description for this one was a little weird, but it kind of goes along with the introversion and conscientiousness description because I don't really like doing new things and it takes me a while to really open up to people and share my feelings and thoughts. And finally, for neuroticism, I scored 44%. Low scores are less likely to be knocked out by adversity and exhibit greater calm when faced with bad news. I think this is true. I feel sports and just other experiences in my life have helped me to develop tough skin and just know how to handle adversity. And also just with playing volleyball when games are tight and the pressure is really on, I feel that I can kind of stay calm and collected and not let the high intensity of the game and just the emotions take over what I'm doing. I stay pretty neutral, I would say. For the Dark Triad test, I scored 3.8% darker than the average person. I'm okay with that. I mean, we all have a little selfishness in us. It's human nature. But when reading the description, I was shocked because I was like, man, I hope I'm not like that because they're kind of, But we all have areas we can work on. No one's perfect. So I just take that into consideration when thinking about myself and how others see me. But it's also funny because when I scored high on the Triad test, what I scored high in on the personality test are opposites. So it's what's really, high on my personality. But this ties into my faith because it did open my eyes to the not so good side of my personality. And I think sometimes when we get stressed or receive bad news, we let our emotions overtake us and we say or do things that we wouldn't naturally do or that we don't mean. And a scripture that came to mind with me for this is Ephesians 4:29. It says, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." And this is for sure a hard commandment because I know I'm definitely guilty of failing this and letting situations overtake me and just not having the best choice of words or acting a certain way and it ended up hurting someone else. But we should like try to let the good in our personality shine through, and use that to build others up and stuff, but also acknowledge that we are not perfect and we do have these flaws and that we should work on them and make them better. But other than that, I guess that's really all I have this week, so thanks for listening.